Businesses today are faced with mounting pressures, much different than they had just a few years ago. Whether it's competitive pressure from global companies or the online mom and pop shops competing with the big names. Or it's regulatory pressure from both a local all the way up to a global level. As such, customers are looking for the flexibility that they need in order to manage their resources, whether it's financial, human, or even their IT infrastructure, while also dealing with the complexities of risk associated with new opportunities. One of the ways that companies are looking to do this is by looking at how they can migrate from a physical infrastructure, meaning the infrastructure where I had a single server and a single OS as well as a single maybe application on top of it that was utilized maybe 30 to 50%, to more of a virtualized system where now I have a single piece of hardware with multiple operating systems and multiple pieces of software on it that can be managed by Novell's intelligent workload management software in order to provide greater flexibility in the utilization of IT resources. But now we have a third aspect to deal with, and Novell's intelligent workload management software helps people to move also into this cloud environment. Now, what do we mean by cloud? We're talking about a way to loosely connect an enterprise to many of the online services that are now available in the cloud. Whether it's software as a service, such as Salesforce.com, where we are outsourcing a company's customer relationship management software, or whether it's a platform as a service vendor, such as Amazon's Elastic Cloud, or even today, being able to offer infrastructure as a service through the various voice over IP implementations. And again, these are just a few. The issue here is that this gives them the greater amount of flexibility they need. They can take the services they need and grow them or shrink them based upon the demand that they have. Very similar to what they have in a virtual environment, but with much less capital output. One of the questions, though, that comes up for business leaders, though, is that when they look at this, they're very used to understanding how to control the environment when it's within their firewall, but now all of a sudden they have to give up some of that control, at least in their minds. So they're always asking the question, how do I maintain the same level of control as I move towards the cloud, at whatever level I currently am or whatever speed I desire to do so? So Novell has been thinking about this for quite a long time. And with the Novell Identity Manager 4 family of products, we are now beginning to address this. That's why we refer to it as cloud ready. What do we mean by cloud ready? Well, we're looking at three core things that have to be done in order for us to integrate the identity and security systems from your physical business into that cloud. First, I need to be able to replicate my control and my policies not only within my own environment, but out into the cloud. Second, I need to be able to communicate effectively with the different services that are out there. And third, I need a way to integrate data from my organization and those different service providers in the cloud, or vice versa. So how does Novell do that? Well, first we look at replicate. How do I replicate the control and policy I have from my physical environment or virtualized environment within my firewall out to the cloud? Well, Novell now has an answer with its new content packaging framework that allows me to manage that. Second, we also help again with the communication between your business and the cloud, and between the different providers within the cloud as well. How do we do that? Well, now Novell's Identity Manager 4 family of products support open standards such as SPML, or the Service Provisioning Markup Language, that allow for open communication across many of the different providers that utilize that standard, while also providing what Novell is traditionally known for, the more tightly integrated native drivers, such as our interface for Salesforce.com. And lastly, Novell is helping customers to integrate their frameworks together, whether it's the management aspect within the business to the cloud, or vice versa again, by utilizing open technologies and open standards such as the new REST framework that is built within Identity Manager's 4 family of products. The benefit to business is that they can now take advantage of the flexibility that they desire in the cloud, doing so at their own pace, while they have the ability to replicate, communicate, and integrate, whether within their firewall or outside of it. So as you can see, Novell's Identity Manager 4 family of products is cloud ready. It allows companies to have the flexibility that they desire along with the control that they need. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this ChalkTalk today. This has been Justin Taylor with Novell, wishing you happy selling.